Okay, it is January 16th. It's cold, it's been raining, it was snowing. It's 1 minute to go for race number 2. We didn't film the first race as it was rain, snowing-ish, and miserable. It was a good first race. It is basically a right favorite, or get to the right, or top left, where occasionally you'll find a shift. The current is ripping out right now, with most likely the river's open, dumping some of this rainwater we've been seeing. Pretty big crowd over here underneath the boat. Fleet spreads out down to the pin from there. We're slightly below. I'd expect people to be somewhat late to the start, as current is pushing pretty hard over the line. Blue Jay driving down on Mars. That's not going to work out well for anyone. Lars has a nice hole here, which he can use as the fleet starts to budge. This is barging and barging some more. I think Blue Jay got over on that one. Most likely Blue Jay over. Everyone else did a pretty good job getting up to that line, getting off. Looks like 37-26 down at the boat end. Got themselves past the pin, had to tack and go back. And tacking out to the right is actually a pretty good move, as it gets you out of that current and the pressure seems to come out of the right. So we'll disconnect and follow them uphill. And we're off. This is first leg, race number 2. Just off the start, Blue Jay did not come back and clean their OCS, and I think it was reported that they maybe even bumped the boat to leeward. I'm not sure on that, and I'm sure that we'll hear about it if that was the case. Meanwhile, boats that were kind of in bad air off the start, or maybe a little bit late at the boat, tacked out to the right and are sailing a pretty nice lift at the moment, and reasonably good pressure. Looks like we have well, probably the best pressure on the course. Maybe John Dexter here in the middle has a little bit better pressure, and he's got a little bit left, so he's found a nice left shift to come across the harbor on. That's going to help him kind of clear these starboard boats. He may not have Toso all the way on the outside, that's Santuza, but I think he's getting across Wade here in 202. Meanwhile, the rest of the fleet has kind of gone into that left corner, and you can see here, we'll zoom in for you, boats are starting to stand up over there. It's pretty soft, and you have to be careful in that left corner that you have something to sail out of there in. You have to be looking upwind for some left pressure to get you out of there. Otherwise, you will lose out to the right. That being said, the right, the left can't work, and we see there that Dexter did get across Wade, I believe, but he did not get across Toso, so he's going to go past them and look for a lane to go back in pretty soon. I see him looking over his shoulder right now. As the pressure may be oscillating back to the left a little bit, so these boats that are stacked up on starboard lane may actually have some problems here, as well as the current. Brad had a chance to tack out earlier, and he did not, and I'm wondering if maybe he should have, as now they're kind of hosed. So there was a time there where he could have tacked and kind of cleared himself out to the right, and he would have lost a couple of boats, but he would not be doing this, where he's got to fight back across the fleet and tack again. It's going to be really tricky. Meanwhile, this is Lars doing a great job getting around. Let's see, the backstay needs to come off on this downwind here, and they need to get the weight forward. We talked about that between races. So see that? I see Lars scooting forward. Great. Meanwhile, who we got here? This is John Dexter. So he kind of dug into the right, and that's paid off really well for him. He kind of decided he just had to get over there, and it's worked out well. Meanwhile, boats really struggling to make the weather mark at this stage, as there's current and they stacked up really early. A lot of boats spinning out. You see Blue Jay, unfortunately, our OCS. And there's Toso. He just walked over to the right-hand side, gets around to 4th. Wade played the middle right. He's getting around in what is essentially 4th, actually, since Blue Jay's out and Toso's 3rd. So pardon the correction there. Meanwhile, lots of circles being done by the boats that could not fetch. and we see them spinning, and that's unfortunate because you just, at this point, it's all stacked up. You basically go right to last. And the only thing I can say is if you ever had a chance to maybe tack out early while you were on that ley line and get back right, kind of thinking ahead, that would have been a really good call. So there we have it. The fleet's getting around, and we're going to, we see Maddie doing some circles down there. We're going to warm up our hands and get them downwind. Okay, we're kind of drifting downwind at the moment. You see the fleet coming back on the second windward leg back up the course. Just noticing to myself here as I drifted back past the race committee boat that it feels like I have over a knot, maybe two's aggressive, but at least over a knot plus of current sweeping out of the harbor. So that's a factor as to why the right is working well, as we'll now turn and start to work upwind with the fleet as they go. And we're kind of in the middle here, and so in the middle we see Matt Flynn, Kent McLaren there trying to play the middle. Out to the left, on the left-hand side, I think that's Tim O'Day. And we have Mark Toso coming across the middle. We've got Lars, who is leading the race. He's kind of trying to work the right-hand side of the race course. And we'll see if he tries to go back out for some more or just keeps going. It's like Wade's going back out for some more right. And there's one boat, I think that's John Dexter, who went really far out to the right before tacking back. So good sailing by Lars. Should work well for him. As we see that whole bunch of boats to the right. We got one taker who's going way out there by the Hyatt. That might be someone actually trying the outside approach here. We'll see how that works out as we spin back. And again, I just am not liking the middle of the course for the long beat. John Dexter has moved right up to challenge Lars by going a little bit further right at the bottom of the race course, and then maybe going back out for some more right. I didn't see how he went all the way up wind there, but that's going okay. Jim went a little bit further towards the port ley line. He's getting into some new pressure here. He's going to do okay coming out of this top left-hand corner. He's going to be close, but he should. Oh, and John Dexter has to go for one more tack, so he's not quite all the way in, but he's gotten back up there. Jim will have done some good work here. So I think that's the trick. If you're going to play the left here, you got to kind of commit to really going to this top left-hand corner, which is basically a ley line, and then you're going to get flushed down anyways with the current. But Jim's forced to duck some boats there, but not horrible for him. Meanwhile, Dexter rounds, Lars still leading. Looks like we have Wade, Mark Toso, Blue Jay, who is OCS, and then we'll have Tim and Jim's. All right, here we go. Finish of race number 2. And Lars has led the entire race. Unfortunately, Lars doesn't know that he was over early. I'm kidding. It's a really well-sailed race by Lars. He's mad at me. Toso took the opposite gate mark, left as the course lays, right as you're looking at it. He's done pretty well. He's going to finish down at the pin. Wade's going to be somewhere underneath him. But challenging is John Dexter here, who was in second, and he's going to get third. So the other gate mark did play out. And then we'll have Wade rounding. So that's your top 4. And then let's see, I think that's Matty Flynn down there, proving me wrong. I don't know how he did downwind, but he's going to be challenging very closely for 5th. Blue Jay was OCS, so they don't get anything, unfortunately, on this race. Frank is sailing up the middle there, and over here on starboard ley line is Timmy O'Day. So, Matt Flynn, great job moving up that race. It was pretty deep at one point. He did go pretty hard right on that second upwind, and I wonder if that really started to do some good stuff for him. Timmy O'Day is going to sneak it in there. And then we'll have, again, Blue Jay, which is OCS. And then we'll have Frank, who should have Jim. Yeah, we'll have Jim who's coming in just underneath ley line here. Brad tacking underneath there. So that will go Frank down at the pin. Jim here at the committee boat, so the black boats finish one behind the other. And then over there on the left, looks like that might be Eliza, but I can't tell. They're going well. Brad's got too much weight in the back of the boat, so the bow's popping out. So that's very slow. But he's still going okay. So I think Brad's going to get in there in front of the boat coming in port ley line for the pin. So that's our next grouping, and we'll get set up for the next race.